Hi everyone and welcome to another reaction video on this channel with your host Maki. So today we're gonna dive again into the history. So we are watching a video of how Berlin became the techno capital. So yeah, but before we dive into this video, we are reacting to some comments from the last video, which was about some EDM moves. Yeah, I was reacting to some EDM ravers here. No, this was... Yeah, some EDM ravers. You can watch it out if you're not interested. I'm just like reacting to some comments. So basically, one guy was saying that that I said not much to do, that American raves and European raves don't have much to do with each other, and I should stop white knighting techno. I really don't see it as white knighting techno. I just wanted to like point out the differences between the understanding of the American peeps and the European people of what a rave really is. So to summarize it, basically Europe is more underground culture, against the system, against the establishment, and the rave scene with the, I don't know, let's say with the EDM music in America, in the US, let's say with dubstep and whatever these genres, is like kind of from the gaming scene, and is basically more establishment and not like against the system or something. It's basically in the system. But yeah, so you can write your opinion in the comments. Maybe we can talk about it more. But yeah, so I just wanted to point that out again. And now we are going to dive into this video: how Berlin became the capital for clubbing, techno, and raving. History stories from Deutsche Welle History and Culture. And as I'm a cultural scientist. I studied culture in the university, in the Berlin University, in the Free University of Free Love and Spirit. So I'm really interested to dive into it. I think there's again gonna be like a lot of music here, so I need to like be really careful with it. So let's see what we can do. But let's go. So this is basically Berlin. Berghain we already have. Let's mute it for a while. Yeah, some old footage from raves. Yeah, we really need to be careful with the music. Oh, some Berlin Wall, man. I wasn't even born. It's like 8 years before my birth, and till this day, it has still a huge impact on the city. I'm gonna tell you. Where is David Hasselhoff? I heard he was there, but where is the footage of him? I think it's important. I think he doesn't. I don't. He's like on the club techno raving part of history, but still, it's a legendary concert or whatever it was. I never seen it actually, but maybe I need to check it out one night. Oh yeah, Kiss the Police. I assume it's the Western Police, because nobody kisses the Eastern Police, because it was like almost like a Gestapo state at that point. Thousands of East Germans cross over the West Berlin Wall. Yeah, even though West Berlin was poor, East Berlin was even more poor. Or East Berlin, East Germany. Yeah, because West Berlin was encapsulated. East Berlin basically belonged to East Germany, and still, you know, because like West Berlin was like an island. It was basically in Eastern Germany. There was like not much to do in West Berlin at that time. So, you know, everything were poor, but the East Germans were poorer. And that's how they celebrated, you know. For them it was an upgrade. Still is. The newfound freedom in the city club. Cities clubs. Is there also some talking here? Techno. Sounds like some techno. Oh, we have our first thing. our first our first interview partner here. Okay. Not a person who will like, some crazy dance moves. Okay, let's go.
Persönlich, weil mich das erinnerte an Berlin, wie die Mauer fiel und wie ich eigentlich durch die Straßen lief und die Geräusche von den Straßen. Es war für mich eigentlich der Sound der Stadt.
So techno is the sound of Berlin, yeah? Did I get it right?
Techno mochte ich persönlich, weil mich das erinnerte an Berlin, wie die Mauer fiel und wie ich eigentlich durch die Straßen lief und die Geräusche von den Straßen. Es war für mich eigentlich der Sound der Stadt.
You heard? Techno is the sound of Berlin. One more like OG saying it to you. Man, how everything changed. Everything looks different. Crazy. Here's Alte Münze. For people who know that, here's the new building. Actually, it didn't change that much. I think only here's a huge new building here. Everything on the Spree. But basically, it's remained the same. Cool. We need to shut down the music. In the early 1990s, the abandoned buildings of Eastern Germany, Eastern Berlin. Yeah, it's crazy. So basically, what they did, okay? So basically, how it all came to be. So all East Berliners went to West Berlin because East Berlin is shit, obviously, and since there was like this reunification, there was like a transitional time of like 10, 15 years or whatever, where, as you can see here, a lot of spaces were just fucked up, run down, and empty all over the city. But they had one advantage: they all were supplied by electricity still. So there was basically like free spaces and free electricity, and yeah, here we go. And the rave scene just flourished in these circumstances, and which is today way more difficult because it got more commercialized and all these anti-capitalism lecture that we can have. But we stop it right here. So this was like the melting pot for the techno culture to thrive in Germany. As you can see, like today's lot of places try to mimic the not that special particular vibe, but this one, like, for example, you go into a club that tries to look like that, basically. Or this is Oranienburger Tor, as I think, and today is Fotografiska there. It's like the most like prestigious place basically here. Yeah, spaces like this till this day they look like this, and this is my problem with the today's club culture in Berlin. Till this day, it looks like that. There's nothing changed, even though it got that commercialized, even though DJs get 10,000 for a gig or 15, 30,000 for a gig, proved. Confirmed numbers, by the way. Yeah, they still look like that. They still charge you of a lot of money, but this was what we're looking at now is real, because the people, I don't know, like they went for free there, just for the art, for the sake of art. And today it's way different. Okay, we're still on the music side here. So this looks basically like there's a new hot place in Berlin. It's like also on the Oranienburger Straße, Friedrichstraße, where they have like a backyard like this, and they just do like parties there. But nobody lives there because it's basically there for deconstruction. So that's like a transitional time where you can have a little bit of culture there. Because like the new thing in the city is that you get only like to do your thing in places where everything gets teared down or is not ready yet for the commercial world, and this is how you can get spots maybe in Berlin, so it changed dramatically. Or maybe not, maybe the cycle just like is faster, because back in the days the whole city was trash and you had a lot of places and you could do your thing there, your club or whatever, your rave night, like a long time there, and only over time, over years, 10 years or whatever, the the commercialization came there and took it over. For now, I think the cycles maybe are faster because it's basically the same. You get there, maybe it's a like construction station or whatever. Oh my god. Yeah, so maybe the cycle is just faster now. Um, Maybe nothing changed. Maybe everything repeats itself. History repeats itself, basically. And you know it. Since I'm studied culture and history, that's kind of true. A small techno scene emerges. We're still on the music side, so we listen without music. Just illegal clubs open, yeah. Can you imagine like fucking illegal clubs open up with people hosting parties of 1,000 people with no regulation, nothing at all? It's even like pre-pandemic, obviously, so it's even more crazy. For today's when you want to have event, you have to have security, uh, artist care, awareness team, blah blah blah. And back in the days, they have just illegal clubs here, blah blah blah, in an abandoned warehouse or something. It's just such a crazy thing that I just missed, and I wish if I had a time machine, I could go back there. No, next interview.
Wie gerade Techno auch propagiert. Dadurch, dass irgendwie gerade Techno auch propagiert, dass alle gleich sind im Vergleich zu vorher, wo es immer irgendwie so den großen Rockstar gab, der da als Star stand. Und deswegen war auch Techno für mich irgendwie politisch total wichtig.
Yeah, so this is also a nice thing about the techno culture, from what like was evolving in Berlin, because there was a huge difference, because East German, West Germany, there was like basically like a two-class system. A West German was just more worth than an East German, because East Germans are like not obedient, but like suppressed people, that had to fear if they come home after work if they said something politically wrong or some stuff. Not politically wrong in the sense of racism, but like, I don't like East Germany. Next day you're not there, okay? And your whole family. Basically like some North Korean type shit, Not as drastic, but still, And then West Germany, they were like, I don't know, thriving. They had like a refrigerator, eating bananas and stuff, all this like prejudice and stuff, just living their life. Everybody had a car and stuff like this. There was like a really economical upswing that Eastern Germany didn't have until this day. Till this day, it still feels economically. Western Germany is still holding up Germany, basically, and East Germany in a less. Okay, we got music again. Jesus Christ. What is that? I don't even recognize what it is. Here in the former No Man's Land. What is No Man's Land? I think it's Hauptbahnhof. Yeah, I think it's Hauptbahnhof. It's basically the central station. Few traces remain of of Roaring Twenties? No, that's not Hauptbahnhof. Jesus Christ, I don't even know where it is. This looks like Leipziger Straße. Is there some text? No. Werte Department Store. Wow. Crazy. This looks so beautiful. Where is it? Where is it? But they said 20s, so I think it's bombed. Yeah, it was destroyed, obviously. Obviously, no chance for that. Okay, here we have our Tresorbesitzer. The owner of Tresor. I forgot his name. Dimitri something. Or Sergei. Dimitri Hegemann, yeah. Also, I think when we organized our Love Parade truck in 2022, he was having their speech. He been giving a speech. And so this is basically the Tresor from inside. So if you're interested how one of the most legendary clubs in Berlin looks like, this is it. I'm gonna mute it for you. With some friends after the fall of the Berlin Wall, yeah. But this is not his first club. This is basically like a 2.0 thing. Previously it was Ewerk, it was in some different place, and this was I think the most legendary place basically in Berlin. It's like pre-Berghain, pre-Ostgut stuff. It's like basically a milestone in club culture. Doesn't feel like it today, but basically it feels like it today because it feels like Disneyland. On Disneyland, like I don't know. If you're in Tresor, you feel like in a museum basically. The Museum of Techno.
Gang entdeckt hinter einem Regal. Wow, wir standen da so mit Feuerzeugen. Also ich war sehr ergriffen, alle eigentlich. Weil
What?
du kamst in einen großen Kellerkomplex und in diesem Kellerkomplex führte ein Weg in einen Raum, in diese Stahlkammer. Und das war was Besonderes. Mir war auch sofort klar, dieser Ort, der hat das Potenzial, etwas ganz Großes auszurichten.
Crazy, man. They just went into a fucking basement with their light, light, yeah, basically with the lighter, and just said, man, this is a club, and it became the most famous club, and even fucking 30 years, it's still a name. Crazy. What a legacy, man. Shoutouts to Dimitri Hegemann. Yeah. What do we have here? Yeah. International DJs perform there. Yeah, that's true. So basically all the Detroit DJs also played like in Berlin at one time, you know. So there was like a fusion of cultures there. This is the new Tresor, I think. Is it still music on? Yeah, probably. I don't know what we're gonna do with the music. Maybe I will just like paste my music onto it. I don't know. But this footage looks just crazy.
Das war halt meine allererste Show, das erste Mal, dass ich vor Leuten gespielt habe. Insofern, ich war halt zu Hause, habe den Bass rausgedreht, alles immer schön leise. Und da stand dann dieses große Bose Bassrohrsystem. Das heißt, ich habe das erste Mal Sachen in meiner Musik gehört, die vorher gar nicht da waren. Und das hat bei mir eben letztendlich auch ausgelöst, irgendwie, okay, das ist es, das möchte ich machen.
So he basically produced tracks that he didn't even know the whole layers because he wasn't listening to it loud enough, and only in the club he understood what actually his music has. Just, it's art. There's always an underground rave happening somewhere. Yes, true. Yeah, man. This is like the beauty of the pre-social media area. I won't hate on this area because it's obviously beautiful and nice. But you know, like this whole underground understanding, that's why like for me underground is like such a corny word nowadays, because like real underground is like if only connected people go there and stuff, and for now everything is on Instagram basically. Only it's very rare that like clubs or communities don't have like an Instagram page or something where they trying to communicate their message or something, you know. The last time that I knew of it was basically in Kiev, the K41 thing, but they basically also have no social media, yeah. And Berghain has no social media, obviously, but Berghain became like a thing of its own, you know. They went like so big, even though trying to remaining underground, it's like too omnipresent. I mean, I think like they're like suffering from their success. I think maybe, but also I have to say a lot of clubs in Berlin, they also don't have social media. So let's for example take Sisyphus. No social media. They don't even announce the lineup because it doesn't matter who's playing there. And these vibes I really appreciate apparently. And there's also Heideglühen, also just no social media. I think they have like a Facebook page, but I don't know if they're announcing there's something or whatever. Also like this more like house music, but yeah, this is till this day like this remains a bit, you know, this whole like Berlin culture vibe.
Der Spirit ist spreadet, der ist überall. Und Berlin, man trifft sich hier eben, weil hier die Masse zusammenkommt und sich natürlich in der Masse besser feiert.
That's true. There's a huge collision of everything in Berlin, basically. Don't know about other cities. Maybe like basically it's normal for every, I think, metropolitan area or whatever, what the name is, I don't know. Like big cities, it's like this. But in Berlin, you will really feel the clash of everything. If you are in the clubs, obviously, but also since Berlin is a very touristic city, there is like all people from all around the world coming here, and usually they'll end up in clubs if they're like not too old. And yeah, there's like this whole, I don't know, like cultural discussion going on. I don't have like the right words in English, but like Austausch, it's the German word for it, so it's kind of nice. But obviously, you know, when I was like studying and the whole like students who are like listening to techno and going to raves, they always hate the tourists, which is really odd, because basically like the whole rave scene, even though yeah, the whole rave scene or the whole techno scene is basically like very touristified, and I will also call expats tourists basically, because they're not living like some of them are not like really living in Berlin. They're living in this like scene, and they're like basically have no other value for the city besides being in this kind of small niche department. And also they are like, you know, um, they're all like piling around each other, so like basically like a snowball of like expats that are like a closed cycle. They don't really interact with like super German, and that's why they're living, some of them living here like for 8 years, don't speak German, which is like super weird to me, because that's like not the right cultural mix that I think is necessary, because basically they're living like strangers in their own city and think they're not, basically. But that's my opinion. I don't mean like mean like to expel them or something, but it's like something that I wish would be like more, yeah, just like mixing more.
Wie man tanzen kann, so wie man in der Disco nicht tanzen kann. Sonst kann man wahrscheinlich in der Disco rausfliegen ganz schnell.
Ja, wenn du so in der Disco tanzt, wie du hier tanzt, bist du blöd angeglotzt, hier voll die Macke oder so. Und hier ist es halt normal.
Yeah, so basically it's kind of true. I don't know how they dance so they get kicked out in a normal club. It's like reminds me of this meme with the red dress, like stuff, but super funny. But yeah, it's definitely different from a normal club, like they say. I don't know what the normal clubs are, because for me nowadays this whole techno scene got like so big. A normal club is a techno club. For me, is a hip-hop club or a mainstream club basically not a normal club. It's a unicorn, because like there's so many here in Berlin, especially so many techno clubs. I think they're like outnumbered by a factor like by 3, by 5 or something, the hip-hop clubs. Okay, not too much music here. All you need is a sampler and the computer, yeah, basically. When we talk, just show skills. More and more technical. Oh, Jesus Christ, I think this was a club. Yeah? And today it's an art exhibition of I think like a billionaire or something. And it's like closed and it's just for art. Which is sad, basically. Because like it's like, you know, high society art. And if you think about where this came from, or like the whole club culture as a source of artists and art, where like artists clash, communicate with each other, because there's the whole thing that clubs evolve, that art evolves from the night. And basically, if you see the movie Babylon, yes, I think this is one. Yeah, I think the first like scene is describing it very well, as like just like a lot of artists there, from musicians, actors, and whatever, yeah, producers, all meeting there, having this huge party. This really reminds me of kind of Berghain, just like in the 20s looks, yeah. this scene. And from there they taking their inspiration or whatever and creating something called art. And it's really sad to see like that this space like died out and begot like, so like in the movie Babylon, this is like the first step of creating art, and this has become the last step, which is kind of beautiful in a metaphorical sense, but also like the last step is also the step of death, and it has to reopen maybe in another cycle. Maybe it's getting a bit too philosophical, sorry for that, but I'm just spitting out my thoughts. Man, I love to watch this footage. The scene grows rapidly, yeah, obviously. It's still growing. Till this day, 30 years. Man, he has some dance moves. Can you imagine like, just let him play. Can you imagine like that today, if you're like filming with a phone, it's like okay, odd or not even allowed. But here they don't even like film with a phone. I think they film with like a camcorder. And party lasts all weekend. This is also lost. Since the pandemic, nobody does it anymore. I think the only club that does it is Sisyphus. Back in the days, pre-COVID, not back in the days, pre-COVID, you went to, let's say, Griesmühle, party started Friday, ended Monday. You get to Berghain, same stuff. You get to Sisyphus, same stuff. Basically everywhere. And all the clubs that are not that didn't do like the all weekenders, they were like not the like they were like the gentrified clubs, you know, for tourists. Not the cool ones, basically. Crazy. Kater Blau as well. Ecstasy becomes ecstasy. Adam, Superman, Volkswagen. Ravers don't notice they're dehydrated and exhausted. Yeah, okay. This is getting like, okay. Yeah, so this is also like a thing. Back in the day, everything was new. And so everybody basically like overdose. But you see the videos, man, the people are crazy high. Crazy high. I mean, not recommend to be this high. Okay? But it feels so good. But, you know, it's still like, as they say, dehydrating, no ventilation, hot, maybe it was summer. You like shoving this ecstasy into you and like just dehydration, collapsing and stuff, you know. But this is for me like it's kind of real, you know. But nowadays we obviously everybody is a lot smarter now. We have like a lot of videos and a lot of like information videos to do it better. So for now, who does it? People who do it today, I think they have like a mental problem or something, or they're just not experienced enough. But if you're not experienced enough, you have to be with people that are experienced and can help you with that. So never do it alone, and never do it with people that you're not trusting, you know. So, and in best case, don't do it at all. Yeah. Oh shit! Wait, I want to see his face again. Sorry. Where is it? I mean, okay. What is this? Is this like from a horror movie or something? If I would see at night somebody looking at me like this, I would be fucking scared. Jesus Christ. I mean, you know, as you can see, this was, oh my god. Shit. It's so funny. Okay, so basically what's funny, yeah? They get light in their faces, yeah? And normally if you get light into your eyes, your pupils get smaller. But as you can see with this guy here, on the right bottom, he's looking into the light. I can see the reflection of the light. Oh, my eyes are even fucking... Oh, wait. He looks into the light and his pupils are not reacting. I think he is at the point where he only sees like fucking watercolors. Jesus Christ, funny. 95, 8th of July, still wasn't born. Oh yeah. Till this day, I think this still happens. On parades and like something like Christopher Street Day and Rave the Planet happens. Yeah, Love Parade. Lucky we have it back again. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I mean, can we appreciate the camera work of this person, like zooming in and out constantly? He was in the moment. Holland, Hamburg.
Aus der Schweiz.
From Africa again.
Was kostet dich das Wochenende?
300 Mark so ungefähr. 500 vielleicht.
I don't know what they're talking about, because 300 is basically 150 euros if you transfer it to euros, and 500 basically pretty much, but a whole weekend 250 euros. I think till the day you can party whole weekend for 250 euros here, or 150 euros. I'm more than sure that you can do it. And if you have Riz, you can even do it with the zero. If you have Riz, charisma, you're gonna ace it. Yeah, so basically the Love Parade also started like to bring the techno culture to the Western Germany, because Western Berlin, sorry, to the Western Berliners, to the Kudamm. This is KDW Kudamm. Just to show them, the rich people, the posh people, hey, we're here with our whistles and stuff, naked, dancing here and there. So this is how it's originated. That's what Dr. Motte told us. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. Now we see like the first footage of it. I'm not sure when it started. It started 89. 150 ravers, Love Parade 6 years earlier. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this also all Kudamm, just like showing their freakiness to the old posh establishment. And right again, we have like a proof for that. Not proof, but
Sonne im Herzen, ob's stürmt oder schneit.
Oh, young Dr. Motte.
Bist du im Leben für alles gefeit.
Ich habe dann halt bei der Anmeldung überlegt, wir brauchen eigentlich nicht das Manifestieren von dem, wogegen wir sind, sondern wir brauchen eigentlich, wenn dann, eine Manifestierung dessen, wofür wir sind. Ja. Und das haben wir dann quasi gemacht mit der Love Parade. Wir sind tagsüber dann raus und haben einfach unsere Musik, und das war eine riesige Euphorie.
Yeah, so this is also a really nice point. I know maybe Dr. Motte doesn't look the coolest, but this is like a really good point, you know? Not to demonstrate against something, but demonstrate for what are you for, you know? Because pointing out problems is cool, yes, but with no solution to it, just like blah, is just not constructive. And in my feeling, it's just like, it's not a waste of time, but it's like nowadays even more, it's just like populist to do it, okay? Just like basically what Trump does. He said shit, and no solutions, you know? But if something goes right, he claims that he did it, basically. If you take the American economy, you know? Economy, as I'm also an economist, economy always evolves in cycles, and there's like downers and uppers. And he went into the office on an upswing, and basically said it was his politics that just like did it. But long term, it wasn't good. Yeah, man. This is. So we played on this stuff. I've seen it live, 2022. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? And now I was born. I was 1 month old when this happened. Ha! Crazy. Funny. Still on Kudamm. It's just so beautiful. People just celebrating their freedom. I just love it. Is there something more to come? Yeah, so basically there is a new take on the Love Parade. It's called I forgot. Rave for Future? No, Rave the Planet, sorry. Yeah, I forgot it.
Worden, was auch schade ist eigentlich, also diese dilettantische von vielen ersten Produktionen, das hat ja Sache.
Wait. Start over.
professioneller geworden, was auch schade ist eigentlich. Also diese dilettantische von vielen ersten Produktionen, das hat ja Sache eigentlich noch so richtig so die Würze gegeben. Die ist durch, die gibt es nicht mehr. Es gibt auch die Leute nicht mehr, die machen können. Der Spirit ist weg.
I'm just telling you, in the word, obviously he has more insight. He's older. We need to hear his stuff or listen to him. But I'm gonna say that a lot of amateurism still stayed in the clubs. Maybe it's not about the acoustic systems or the DJs playing there. I think all the gear is there. This is professionalized, let's say it like this. But how clubs are run and stuff, complete amateur. It's the same people, man. It's the same people that you see there with these pupils that are running these clubs. And not something against them, but they are not like... most of the times are not competent enough to do stuff like that, okay? Very rarely you see a person that is really qualified to do that. Yeah, so that's basically it. Yeah, we now explored what's the history of Berlin clubs. I think didn't get too much from the history. Like I would appreciate it like a bit more of history, but we know the wall fall. Maybe not everybody of you knows it because I know it because I'm born here, first generation. That's really important. So yeah, some people in Berlin are just like, you know, it's something that you can brag to. I'm a Berliner, 5th generation or whatever. But I'm 1st generation. I'm basically an immigrant child born in Berlin and experienced it like in a different way because, you know, cultural differences. Even though it's also new in the 90s, but being like from another culture, it's still like they look at it, everything is just like fucked up junkies, weird gays or whatever, being like naked on the streets and stuff. So for me, like, to experience it was like a bit different, and I liked it. I always liked it. It always was like super interesting to me because I've seen the people that are there. Like pretty good people, nice people, good characters, like also successful people. So for me, it was never like I had never like prejudice against like the people who are there. Yeah, sure, they're like maybe they're high, maybe they're drunk or whatever, but like it was still like something that I've seen as valuable and still see as valuable. That's why this channel, obviously. So yeah. So this was the video about the history, how Berlin became the techno capital. That's just it. So if you wanna write a comment, write it down below. Comment where you come from, if there is like a techno scene, maybe another video. Maybe we can watch next time Frankfurt, because Frankfurt is also like a techno capital back in the days. I think even before Berlin. Yeah, because techno was basically, the whole techno thing is basically more from Frankfurt, but it got like super crazy in Berlin. So maybe we can react on this time. Tell me if you want me to react to the techno capital stuff, or maybe some different topics. Yeah, maybe some substances. I marked some videos about some substances. I'm not sure if I want to do it, so tell me your feedback if you think it's good or not. So yeah, so like, subscribe, comment, and activate the clock, the notification button. I am just showing random somewhere, so I don't know where it is, but maybe do it. It would be a huge favor for us. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.